Charlie, you ever play roulette?
On occasion.
Well, let me give you a word of advice. Always bet on black.
How many guys remember that from that movie, Passenger 57, I believe? That whole line, always bet on black. And you know, for me, just to get started, so people don't get into your emotions or get into your feelings, I love my people. I am very proud of our people. I am very proud of our history. I'm very proud of our culture. And if you follow this platform, you know that I ferociously defend our culture at every opportunity I get. So that's who I am. That's what I'm about. But I also understand in order to build something that is sustainable, you have to build it on truth. It has to be built on integrity. It has to be built on good character. That's just what it is. But there's recent events that, and I say recent events, I mean this stuff happens literally every day. What has been wedged into what we call black culture is just a series of very bad decision making. And when I mean decision making specifically, I'm talking about who we deem to be the best representatives, the best of us, and who we are. Who are those individuals that best encapsulate the essence of black culture, the essence of who we are? And unfortunately, when you look at those choices, when you look at those people that oftentimes we hold up as part of the Parthenon of black culture, unfortunately, a lot of those people really don't pass even their own test. Case in point.
Because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees. Because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children. Because we deserve better.
Now, I don't know if you've been following this whole case with Fani Willis. She's the DA that's been charged to prosecute Donald Trump and the whole election thing and all of that stuff, right? I haven't really been following it, too much because it's all a circus show as far as I'm concerned. So I don't really take a whole lot of, I'm not sitting with bated breath on what's going to happen next and, is he going to run for president? And, it's not a soap opera for me and I don't care. So I don't really engage in it. But there are some things that do stick out. That's like, it does take notice, and it's something that I think we should take the time to really think about or process, such as in this case here. Now, Fani Willis, as you just saw out of her own mouth, she set a standard. She set that standard. Let me play it again.
Because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees. Because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children. Because we deserve better.
And as we're finding out, she broke that standard. She broke her own standard. Now, there's things in there in this video, in the case itself, where, some things can go, well, maybe that's not true. And there's some things that are debatable or whatever. But for the most part, she's literally, when you listen to some of the, the testimony that's there, she's literally incriminating herself. And not only that, she brought her father in. I don't know if you got a chance to see some of that, but I'll let you look that up. And he's going off talking about something like that happened 40, 50 years ago about, black people, we always had to carry cash with us because we live in a racist society. But see, if that's, and because we don't trust the banks. Well, if that's the case, then why are we clamoring for black banks? Why are we clamoring white-owned banks to make sure that they're providing us with a great service? So you can't play both sides of that coin. You can't play both sides of that argument. But again, besides all of that, like I said, again, the thing that really sticks out to me about this whole situation, again, is this black individual made a commitment. This is the part that people are forgetting. She made a commitment. Forget Trump. Forget him. Forget the Republicans. Again, I don't care about those folks. I don't care about Democrats. I don't care about the people who want to say they're in the middle. I don't care because I ain't on that plantation. Okay? Forget all of that. But what I care about is our people. And this is the part I want you to focus in on. She made a commitment to black people in her district that she was not going to do the things that she is now coming out. Well, she's just as bad. She's doing the same thing. So she lied to her people. See, get Trump out of the whole picture. We don't care about that, okay? We've already established that. She made a commitment to people, black folks, her own people. And she can bring in her dad. She can bring in her mom if she's around. She can bring in her auntie. It doesn't matter. She made a commitment to her people, allegedly. And unfortunately, she didn't even come through on that. Now, there's some people that are going to watch this. You're all in your emotions. You're all in your feelings. And then at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I say. But what this demonstrates to me is that here we have yet another example of a person, a black person, you know, in this case is a black woman. Other cases is black men that make these commitments that will get up there and say that they're going to do this for black people. When we get our position, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And when they deliberately spit on that and don't do it and turn out doing worse than what white people were doing, we excuse them. We excuse them. And we just let it go. And as long, and I'm going to say this, I don't know if this is an actual saying or whatever, but it's true. What you aim for, you're going to hit it 100% of the time. So you can say all you want, that you want this, you want that, or whatever. But if you're aiming for mediocrity, if you're aiming for foolishness, if you're aiming for the same old over and over again, guess what? You're going to hit it every time. Every time you're going to hit it. Every time you're going to hit it. And this is the same case, same as in this particular case right here. We uplift people who can't even hold their own standard. And it's really not about her. People just really, it's really not about her. This particular case, it's really a lot of politics that's being played on both sides. You got the Republicans, of course, they want to bury her because basically she's going after their guy, Trump. You got Democrats who are really trying to find that one thing. They can't talk about reparations. They can't talk about money issue. They can't talk about land ownership. But what they can do is give you another drama that you can get emotionally tied into and then drive you to the polls by way of emotion. This has nothing to do with the hardcore issues that a lot of black folks have been raising for years. But they will get your black behind tied in to some foolishness like this and have you defending someone that can't even keep their own word. So getting back to that clip that I played earlier with my man saying always bet on black. I used to think that way. That, yeah, we need to always bet on black and all of that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't do that. I love my people. I cherish my people. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of my people that I had and I continue to weed out. I have to. Because it's not about just black for me. It's about good character. It's about individuals who will go the full mile to defend their word. If they said something, they're going to do something. They're going to stand by it no matter what, 100%. And that does not come intrinsically with being black. It doesn't. And until we learn this lesson about the importance of betting on good character and not just color, we're going to always go through the same cycle of foolishness over and over and over again. So Black America, even in this case, you are being played wholesale because it ain't even about that. They want you to pick a side in another soap opera so that they can get your votes and buy off and continue to sow into your ignorance. That's what this is all about at the end of the day. So I hope you really get something out of this. Don't think with your emotions. Really slow down and really listen to what's being said here, because if we don't stop the foolishness, if we don't stop doing this stuff, this cycle over and over again, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70 years, 100 years, we're going to be in the same boat like we've been in all this time. And that's a boat that goes nowhere.